Ooh, I like this member. She brings cookies to meetings from time to time. It is time for our last segment here on Member Profiles on the Chamber Report. We have Virginia Louden here from Ginny Bites, and she's a rock star. She is an absolute rock star. Trust me, staff loves her because we get these goodies. But more importantly, we had an opportunity to work with Ginny Bites with our past gala dinner fundraiser, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But first, Virginia, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you for having me.
All right, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Oh boy. Well, I am a longtime resident of Anoka, happily married for quite a while. We've been together 20 years. We haven't been married that long. And we have 5 children.
5 kids?
Yeah, I have 5 kids ranging from ages 23 to my 9-year-old twins.
Wow, and in fact, the twins are part of our live studio audience. They're so excited. But you know what? It's good for them. All right, so what is Ginny Bites? Let's let the world know. I've teased enough. Obviously, cookies are in play, but it's so much more than that.
Yeah, when people ask, basically, I'm a baker and an artist. As a baker, quite a few years ago, I was trying to find, what would I do that would make me happy, that I could be home more, and it kind of became helpful the last couple of years with everything COVID threw at us. I was already home, so that's lovely. But I'm a Minnesota registered cottage foods producer through the MDA. So I am allowed to bake and sell and make certain items from my home kitchen. We do have a lot of, do's and don'ts that we have to follow.
There's a lot of restrictions, aren't there? And that's for the safety of the people.
100%, because we don't have a commercial kitchen space. We're not being constantly inspected by any governments. So, so I get to bake and sell from home. And then as an artist, I've always just been a creator in general. So I like to make crafty things as well.
Well, and here's the example. So I was talking about the Chamber Gala dinner. So most of the people that attend, if they don't win one of our cash prizes, they get what we call a non-winning ticket prize. And so we like to put some different items in there. I had seen what Ginny was doing and said, hey, who doesn't like cookies? And so the theme of the gala was all that jazz. So Tammy, my administrative assistant, hooked up with Ginny. They started to have conversations, and they started to create. And Ginny created a saxophone and then decorated it. And so it's not like me with the Christmas cookies where Brenda gives me the tree cut out and I'm slapping one color on and throwing it. There is artistry to this, and you proved and showed that. And I'd already seen that before, but you can tell you care about what it is, and it looked great. And so that's an example. So let's talk about the products. Where can people find your products, and what are some examples of those besides cookies?
Yeah, I make all kinds of things. I started out doing mostly custom orders where, people would contact me one-on-one and be like, I need a cake for this event, can you do this? Or I need cookies for this, I need pie for this. So I can do almost anything that I'm allowed to do under this current registration. Sure. I have signed up for quite a few fun events this year. I'm doing the Anoka's Farmers Market every Tuesday, and actually we're doing my ribbon cutting on opening day.
Yes, we are.
In June, June 21st, I believe. And then I also signed up to do the Elk River Farmers Market, so I'll be doing 2 a week from mid-June to mid-October. Very excited. I'll be baking a lot.
And what products will somebody find when they go?
I kind of like to rotate, so I will for sure always have my spice blends that I make.
Yes.
And then I try to rotate things, so like sometimes I'll bring little mini pies, or sometimes I'll bring giant cookie sandwiches, or I've done, cake pops that look like ice cream cones that the kids really get a kick out of. I almost always do Amish friendship bread. That went over very well last year, but I would rotate the flavor, so it wasn't always the same flavor. So they're kind of going to be a rotation of a lot of fun, different treats throughout the coming seasons.
And we talk about these spices. You're actually going to be at the Anoka Riverfest and Craft Fair with those spices, aren't you? You've got a booth.
I'm so excited. I volunteered last year, and I had such a hoot with you guys. I was like, I'm going to get a booth this year.
So that is July 9th from 9 to 5 in historic downtown Anoka. You can go to AnokaRiverfest.org to find out more, but more importantly, come, and then you can find Ginny, and you can find about her spices and hit her booth up and maybe pick some of that up. Yeah. All right, so as obviously you have a passion for what you're doing. What's your favorite thing to bake?
That's a tricky question.
I bet.
So my favorite thing to bake would be key lime pie. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to sell key lime pie, but it gives me that little something to strive for. So when I get to the brick and mortar in the next couple years, hopefully, that will be like, key lime pies will be my bread and butter.
All right, do you bake any special dietary items for people with special needs for that stuff?
I actually don't. I get that question a lot because people are a lot more conscious about, needs of their family and whatnot. I don't do any dietary things, but I know a lot of bakers who do.
Right.
I'm in a group with lots of other cottage food producers all over the Twin Cities. So if I don't make it, I can usually find somebody that does.
That's great. So what else are you working on?
Oh, boy. My favorite extra little project I've been doing lately is my Etsy shop. I've been making earrings out of vintage damaged children's books. I can't cut a good book. It has to be damaged, it has to be crumbling for me to cut into it. I love books, but that is my new favorite thing that I will be having at some of my events as well.
Okay, so 5 kids, hubby, Ginny Bites business, how do you keep your mind sane and stay balanced doing all of those things?
Well, I'd say the first thing is having a super color coordinated OCD style Google Calendar. No, but seriously, honestly, it's just knowing when, it took me a while to learn when to say no to something. There's been many times where go-getter Ginny has bitten off way more than she can chew. And over time, and I think accidentally having twins, and you learn how to ask for help, you learn what your boundaries are, and then having just a partner in life, whoever it may be, that supports you and gets you to the core, you got to have that.
It's critical. Yeah, if you don't have that, the balance part
100%.
is not going to work. All right, somebody out there is interested. They want to learn more about Ginny Bites. How do they get more information?
Well, one of the best ways is through my Facebook page. At Ginny Bites Life is my handle on most platforms. If somebody's looking for an order or an inquiry or something, most people message me through my Facebook page, as I don't have a website just yet. Although now that I'm in the chamber, I'm meeting quite a few lovely people that make websites, so it's on my to-do list.
And Ginny Bites is GINNYBITES. If you're looking on Facebook, so if you're hearing me weird and you're thinking Jenny, it's Ginny, so GINNY Bites, and you can find her on Facebook. Phone number, way to get a hold of you, or is Facebook the best way?
Facebook's the best. My phone number is listed there as well, and then my email is ginnybites@gmail.com.
There you go. Trust me, people, search her out at one of those farmers market, find her at Anoka Riverfest, and you're going to be hearing a lot more about this young lady. 5 kids, I don't know how she does it. I honestly do not know. She is Virginia Louden. She is Ginny Bites, and she is one of the many members of the Anoka Area Chamber of Commerce. All right, we're taking a break. When we come back, we will wrap things up here in the Chamber Report, so stay tuned.